Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Deafstroke, and today I'm bringing you Season 2, Week 4 of the GBA against the Utah Jasmine, and obviously their team owner, Cooper. And as you can see, he's bringing a bunch of threats. Good thing I didn't bring rain. This is actually being recorded after already seeing his video, so I'll be able to give you a little bit more insight to his side of the battle as well during mine. But definitely check his out. His will be in the link description. Leading off with Omegas right here, with his Alakazam and my Mega Houndoom. I brought Sucker Punch strictly for Mega Alakazam, because it's faster than me, and I do not want to get hit by a Focus Blast. So that's what I'm expecting him to either switch out or just go straight for the Focus Blast. I don't want. I have Nasty Plot on this thing as well, because literally I have just Sucker Punch as my only physical attack. But he goes for Substitute, and that's pretty terrible. So now I have to hope that he's not going to set up Calm Minds or anything in my face. And he decides just to go for an attack, which is great, because I didn't want to switch out, because I didn't want this thing to have a sub up on me at all, because that's terrible. Because Mega Alakazam doesn't have Magic Guard, but sub is basically just basically Magic Guard, except for if you're already poisoned, you still take damage and stuff. So never mind what I just said. In comes the Ninetales, and he's gonna go for a Psyshock, and this is a timid max special attack, max speed Ninetales. I know it's terrible, but I mean, I have Nasty Plot on it, and I went for Solar Beam because he had Flash Fire, and I didn't want to. I couldn't use Fire Move because I know he doesn't have any Fire Moves, but I mean, I'd rather just break the sub with Solar Beam instead of give him a worthless Fire boost for whatever reason. Who knows? Maybe he had Hidden Power Fire. That would have been terrible. But, highly unlikely. But I know I can live any hit from this thing. But I just go for an Earthquake because I don't want him to sub on me. Rocks probably is what he was predicting. Maybe a knockoff even. But I don't have knockoff on this Nod Fan. And as you're about to see, that is terrible because he has an EVLA Chansey. And I literally, at this point, at the team preview, I told him, before the battle even, or I didn't tell him at that time. I told him after the battle that at the team preview I had lost, because I didn't have anything for this Chansey at all. And it was pretty upsetting. So I need to put this thing to sleep. That's why I went into Venusaur, by the way. Not because I had knockoff, if that's what you're expecting. I really should have had knockoff either on Venusaur or on Donphan, but knockoff probably would have been better on Venusaur, because then it would have been useful against Mega Alakazam, which I think it's faster than in the Sun. I could be wrong, but it's pretty fast in the Sun, so it wouldn't surprise me. But in here, I'm predicting Alakazam to come in, and turns out he goes into Zapdos, which is also a good play, because he probably has Heat Wave. I can't Giga Drain it. I already have his chance to sleep. Wasn't sure if it was Natural Cure or not. If it was Natural Cure, I would have just stayed in with Venusaur. Because if he switched out, then I could have just put whatever it was after that to sleep. But the sun runs out on me, and that's terrible news. And because if the sun was up, that would have definitely killed for sure. It probably would have. Probably did 160%. But I don't know. I don't do calcs. That's probably completely wrong. If you want to bother doing the calcs and tell me that I was wrong about that, feel free. If I tell you to go outside or something, that's probably a good idea. I mean, I don't go outside a lot, but you don't see me commenting on YouTube videos about calcs. Now, that didn't happen to me. I'm just saying there's no need to do it. I know I sounded really salty about that. I'm gonna get back to the battle, because, whatever. Black Sludge he's now in comes the Alakazam, and I had a plan for this. I know rocks are up, but I know he's going to go for Psyshock, because if he doesn't, then he's going to die. And he wouldn't come in Alakazam not to Psyshock. And Donphan can take Psyshock, because this is my max defense Donphan. And I'm fairly confident that I can revenge kill it with Ice Shard if he's not expecting it. But I mean, Ice Shard is pretty common on Donphans, but it's still the best play for me to make. And I don't make a lot of good plays in the GBA, and I felt like that was a good play. This is terrible narration. But fuck it, let's keep it. So he takes the Ice Shard. That's going to do like -8, and I know he doesn't have leftovers, but he's got soft boil, and I mean, it really doesn't matter. He Thunder Waves me, expecting me to switch out. I didn't switch out, because if I was going to switch out, I would at least want rocks away. And, you know, so I dodged a Thunder Wave. Now he's definitely expecting me to switch out, so I'm going to stay in, especially since I got rocks away. I was almost expecting him to go for rocks again, since I just spun him away. But at this point, I'm just going to Earthquake, because honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. At this point during the battle, I literally just was like, Earthquake, because hoping for, like, crits and stuff, but it doesn't matter. He's faster than me, because Donphan is slow. And, you know, it's the worst, because he doesn't need to paralyze me, because he's already faster than me, so he can outspeed me and just soft-boiled up and get 50% of his HP back. And I'm only hitting him for, like, maybe 25%, 30% with Earthquake. Like, it's not even... It's nothing. It's nothing. What is a Donphan to an Eviolite Chansey when it doesn't have knockoff? Nothing. It's nothing. But, you know, at this point, I was just like, alright, I gotta make a play. I want him to soft-boil it up, so I can switch in on another soft-boiled with Venusaur and put it to sleep. But I don't want him to get cheeky and go for a Paralyze, expecting me to switch out at this point. But now it just seems like he's going to try and kill me with Seismic Tosses. And this is great news, because he's probably going to soft-boil this turn coming up here. And I'm going to take that opportunity to switch out of Donphan, like I said earlier, and go into... Oh, I lied. I went to Latios. So that happens later. Spoilers. This is, as you can see, if you're looking at the time, we're only halfway through this thing. And it's getting rough, right? Man, this narration's just awful. If this makes it out of the Camtasia that I'm recording it in right now, let's just say it would be a testament to how much I just was broken by this Eviolite Chansey. Anyway, Latios goes for Psyshock after getting paralyzed, and, you know, does a decent amount. Another one will kill it, right? So, that would have been nice to have it not knocked off. Like, if I had knocked this thing off, I'm pretty confident I would have taken this Chansey out. Other than knocking the Chansey off, I have no idea what I would have done for all the other things. But Chansey was really just a win condition for him. I couldn't do anything against it at all. And I know it feels like I'm like salty about Chansey, but I'm not. I mean, I should have had knockoff. It was a really bad point on me, and he's taking advantage of my mistake. And that's what you do in the GBA. You play to win the game. So, I mean, would I have done the same thing? Absolutely. I'm not saying that he's like whoring me out or anything. It's Cooper. He's a great battler. He's an even better person. He's nice. He's a pure and gentle soul. Lover of all things Power Rangers, even though they're not called Power Rangers in Japan. They're called something else that I don't know, so I should stop talking about it. But, yeah, remember when I said that Donphan switching to Venusaur was about to happen? and then it turned out that I was completely wrong, this is about to be it. I'm gonna Earthquake. He's gonna have to soft-boiled. I know that after I get leftovers that I'll be able to live coming off rocks again. But maybe I lied to you again and it doesn't happen now. It happens in like 2 things from now. Or maybe I just let Donphan die. No, that's true, because I was expecting him to kill me here. But he didn't. Or, no, I was expecting him to kill me this turn, because I'm only at 42. Maybe he didn't know that I was under 50%, or that another one would kill me. It's probably really hard to tell at that point, because it's only 8 hit points difference, so it's probably like 2 pixels that are different from 42 HP and 50 HP. And maybe not, I moved up a little bit. No, I don't know. It's really hard to judge. It's all hindsight. Hindsight's 20/20, as I say. So, yeah. I just rapid spin to get rocks away. Maybe we'll spend a turn putting rocks up so I can get some more leftovers back. Because as you can see, I've already nursed my health back to being able to live another Seismic Toss, which allows me to get another Earthquake off. Which may potentially matter later on down the road. Who knows? If you guys don't know, watching this battle, unless you've went to globalbattleassociation.webs.com and saw all of the up-to-date Week 4 GBA stats with all the videos in one spot, a forum section so you can interact with the members of the GBA directly. They're on the forums all the time. Not really, there's like 3 posts there for right now, but you guys can get the forums going. That's what the forums are for, is for us to be able to have a place to just go and respond to you guys talking and interact with you guys. And it's fun. But Whimsicott, whoa, what's this? I made a good play on a Whimsicott? Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that I made a good play during this battle? No, I would say I made a bunch of good plays. It's not so much that I played bad, it's just that he made good plays, and I just had nothing for that Chansey. I mean, literally, he could have just stayed in with Chansey the entire time. Maybe he would have ran out of Seismic Tosses. I don't know how much Seismic Tosses PvP is. That's usually not relevant for me. But, you know, it just goes to show you, you don't have one move, and you can lose a match just because you don't have that one move. Or, the one move would have helped me greatly, I feel. But another smart play is I sacked Volcarona off, because at this point, it's not going to be able to do anything to Chansey. It could just Thunder Wave me and then kill me. So, I can force that Alakazam to either switch out and die when it comes back into rocks, or to stay in and die to an Ice Shard. He decides to save it for fodder later, which is, again, another smart play on his part. This thing, I'm just going to let it kill Donphan, because, mainly, I can't switch out. So I'm not going to let it die to Donphan. It's going to be forced to die. I'm going to let it die to Donphan. Come on. Didn't I tell you? This is the 3rd time I think I'm mentioning how terrible this narration is. It's 13 minutes in. We just passed the elite mark. So, that's awesome. That's 13:37, in case you didn't know. Venusaur comes in, and I know I'm going to be faster because Gothitelle is slow as dirt, so I doubt he's running any speed investment. So I can Sleep Powder him, which is great. Turns out that if you saw Cooper's video already, that he's a Rest Calm Mind Gothitelle, I think it is. So, I mean, being Sleep Powder is great because he doesn't have Sleep Talk, which he very well could, but I think he opted for 2 attacking moves instead of 1. I don't know. But I'm not sure if he was just using it as sleep fodder at that point, because Mega Alakazam is going to come in and just die to rocks. So, I guess he didn't want to take a hit. I mean, he could have just went into Chansey and totally been alright. And in fact, I think that's what he does. And, stupid me, put that Gothitelle to sleep, when I should have just let it kill me. Because now we're here. And, for some reason I thought, you know what, I have a chance. Maybe it's because I figured, oh man, Chansey has a bunch of HP, so Giga Drains will be giving me a lot of health back, probably. That didn't turn out to... Well, as you'll see, he size missiles me. And I can live 3 of those at 156. So I was like, alright, I can get Black Sludge back and Giga Drain. If I get a poison on him, that would be amazing. And that didn't happen. So it goes for Soft Boiled to get full HP, and I'm like, well, I want to be close to full HP as well. So let's go ahead and do that. And get that Giga Drain off. I don't have Synthesis on this Venusaur. I'm actually Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Sleep Powder, and Hidden Power Fire Venusaur, because this is a Chlorophyll sweeper. So, as you see, yeah, this is max special attack Venusaur, and he can just take Sludge Bombs for weeks for me. Just literally, he can stall me out of every move until he runs out of Soft Boils. I don't know how many you get, 16? So maybe, I mean, I could have probably taken it out eventually, but you know, I get parried here. I got parried 3 times also with Latios. That did not matter, because unless I got, like, 2 crits, maybe, yeah, I would probably need 2 crits in a row without him self-boiling, probably to take him out. You can do the calcs for that if you want, because that'd be interesting information for me to have. It might make me, like, want to cry. The fact that I got parried 3 times actually mattered, but I've just convinced myself that it didn't matter. So, it doesn't hurt more than this loss already has. So I lost to Cooper. He gets his first GBA win, though. Congrats to him. That's big stuff. So go check his channel out. Go check out globalbattleassociation.webs.com. Like, comment. I'll see you next time.